What's that?
Rusty as.
Oh. Oh, look, this just fell into my hand.
Oh, would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Well, this can only mean one thing, doesn't it?
We're off to Paris, baby.
We are off to Paris. Episode 9, right?
Yeah, episode 9. I think it's Nous allons à Paris, as they would say in French.
What is that?
We're going to Paris.
We're going to Paris.
Going to Paris.
We'll do the Aussie version.
Yeah.
We're off to Paris.
That's it. Today's the 30th of July. It's the official team announcements that we can now publicly share that we are most indeed off to Paris for the Paris Paralympics, which is incredibly exciting. It's been an absolute whirlwind of a journey to be here and to be able to finally share it now with everybody. It's a great feeling, and I guess for you, Kane, as the para-athlete, first-time Paralympian, how are you feeling?
Oh, mate, it's super special. We've had some incredible conversations over the last couple of weeks, and we've so wanted to get in front of the camera and on the microphone to be able to share this special moment with you as the viewer. And now we're here. Today's the official team launch, and it's just incredible. It's something you dream of your whole life, is making the Australia team in the Paralympics or the Olympics, putting on the green and gold. And I think today is the day where it's really going to start to set in, because we've been taking it one day, one training session at a time. Like even yesterday, we had a big day of training, and yesterday was strictly business. Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking about this part that we're up to today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was full focus, but today we're gonna let our hair down a little bit. You can let your hair down a little bit.
Yeah.
Relax, enjoy it. Super special. I think that we found out notification of selection a few weeks ago, and obviously we've had to keep it on the down low for confidentiality on the lead into today. But I couldn't help but reflect on the journey that it was through the last 4 years with you as a team, and then my own personal growth as well. And the person that I am today, I'm just completely different. And to round it all out with selection to Paris Paralympics, it's just incredibly special. And I've said it all the way along, kind of protecting myself and my own emotions a little bit, that irrespective of the outcome, I was proud of the journey that we've been on together. And I'm still proud of that, 100%. But damn, getting selected just makes it even more special, hey? And we take off on Sunday now, which is in 4 or 5 days' time. So it has been a bit of a whirlwind, but in moments like this, I think it's important that we stop, stay grounded, and just enjoy the moment, and get the pom-poms out, celebrate it a little bit, get the beret out, celebrate it just a little bit. And how are you feeling, mate?
No,
obviously your first time at a major games as well.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting initially?
Yeah, and I think just to kind of add to what you said there, a lot of that around being grounded, being present is also, as they say, may your mind rest where your feet are, and being present in that moment. And for you, I know how important this is, because your brother as well is going to be at the Paralympics. So for you and the family too, I can only imagine how special that is. And for my family too, to then share that with your family, that kind of makes this journey that much more special. And as we've said, it's the things along the way that kind of get us to that point, which is where the elation comes from. And like you said, irrespective of the outcome, we know that we've done everything possible to be here in this position. Is incredibly, it's a rewarding feeling, because it's not given, it's earned. It's over years and years of hard work. And I also understand that there are other stories to this side too, of athletes that have missed out, and we've been on that side before for other teams and other competitions. So I do feel for everybody, and in that regard. But at the same time, this is elite sport. Sometimes, unfortunately, and hard decisions have to be made, and it is brutal, and it can go either way. And the fact that we now fall on the other side of it is special, and it's rewarding. But in terms of, I guess my own personal stuff is, I guess my journey started off on the single bike, pursuing the Olympics. We're going to the Paralympics, but I guess over the last several years, and especially over the last week or so, I've actually reflected quite a bit in terms of my own personal journey. And the way that I view the tandem is, it's the exact same thing that I started off doing. It's the sport I love, doing the things that I love with great people, representing my country at the highest possible level in the discipline that we do. It's all the same, just the title of it's a little bit different. So for me, it's a slightly different perspective, but at the same time too, I've also come to realize that this pursuit is no longer about me. Like it transcends my own individual, I wouldn't say self-centered, but my own interest in pursuing the Olympics. It's now about someone else, which is about you. It's like me doing this is helping you get to this point too. And that's where I find the joy in all of this too, as much as it is for myself to kind of feel these emotions and experiences that I've worked so hard for. It's also about you.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special for me to then go on this journey that we've been on from day one, 4 years ago, when you first walked into that lab. And I knew when you walked in, I was like, there's something special here. And I knew us as a team and a pairing that we could go far. To be sitting here now on the brink of leaving to Paris in a few days' time, that's special for me because it's no longer, it's no longer me. And just to share that with you is incredible. And I've been on other teams, and it's not just two teammates riding together. I would say that it's two very good mates now doing something in pursuit for one another. And that's where I find a lot of joy in this whole experience. And to me, that's been a big shift in my mindset. Not like recently, I think it's been a gradual shift over the many years. And I went down the individual sport path because I wanted to have that control myself, and the outcome is dependent on me. Like the harder I work, the more likely it is for me to succeed or to get to where I want. And then to then go into a full team aspect with the tandem, it has been a mindset shift, but one I've been happily doing and wouldn't go back on and do it, like wouldn't have it any other way. Like I absolutely love every single second of it. And as I said before, it's all the things I love. It's just a different name. So that's where I kind of sit with all this.
I guess for me, like reflecting on the last 4 years, I think about how special it's been for you as well. Like bringing me into the sport, and Wason yourself saw something in me on that day 4 years ago, the potential that I had, and you guys putting that faith in me that I could get here has changed my life, man. And like I am a completely different person to what I was 4 years ago, and that's why I say that I'm so proud of this journey, because the things that I've learned about myself are absolutely incredible. And like I wouldn't say that I was in a dark space 4 years ago, but there were definitely some challenges there. And I think that if I followed the same trajectory, I probably would have been gun barreling towards some challenges. But we've completely flipped that, and this sport has completely flipped the trajectory of my life and turned me into someone who's fiercely optimistic, fiercely positive about, I like to think, everything. And just the way that I prepare my mindset for any challenge that's not just in the sport, it's so much transition into the rest of your life, whether that's relationships with people or career or whatever it is. I just feel like I'm a completely different human now, and I'm so proud of that. And I think that that's what the Paralympics represents, is what you've done to get there. And I think that is what I've enjoyed about watching the Olympics so far this week for me, is being able to have a little bit more empathy towards the journey that some people have been on. Like you hear people in an interview talk about the journey, but I don't think you truly respect it until you've been there yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're on the money there, and like you're a fantastic advocate for this and the things that you've gone through. And speaking of, like you said, you made a pact to yourself in 2020 or at the end of 2019 that you're going to say yes to more opportunities and more things that come up, and this presented itself to you and you said yes. And then the thing that stood out the most to me that day when you walked into the lab was your mindset and your attitude and the way that you approached the opportunity that was given, but then also the way in which you said that I want this. That was the thing that stood out the most, because that's not coachable.
Yeah.
That's something that's inherent within each individual person, because you can do the physical work, but if you don't have the mindset, or you aren't, that's something that takes years and years to kind of develop to get to this highest point in sport. And it's something I've been learning about myself, which is why I love all of this. But then to be able to see that from you on day one, like I have an email somewhere on my phone, I don't know if I've told this to you, but like I have an email on my phone somewhere saying like, this pairing has the potential to get to where we are right now. And then for that to actually have happened, it's incredibly special. And for me, like I do feel honored that I've played a small part.
But a huge part, mate.
I've played a part. But like yes, I played a part in your life, and to me that's incredibly rewarding because I guess that's inherently who I am as a person. I do care deeply about others and empathetic, and sometimes maybe a bit too much, but like I enjoy helping others, and that's where to round out my point from before, where I find meaning in all of this and why I do what I do is because I get to help you do this, but we also get to do it together for one another. And to me, that's invaluable. Like I wouldn't have it any other way. It's just incredible. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we leave on Sunday.
we do leave on Sunday.
How are you feeling about everything for travel, heading over to Bordeaux, bike stuff? There's a lot that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks.
There's a lot. There is a lot. And like we kind of mentioned briefly before is, there's been a lot of emotions over the last couple of weeks from when we left off with the last video in terms of, we didn't know where we sat. Literally our lives mentioned. One of our psychologists mentioned something to us before the decision was made, or before we knew about it. She's like, you haven't planned anything for your life past when you get the phone call to say if you're going or not, which is true. But then now we sit here, we know what is coming up, but also we've still gone a bit of a roller coaster over the last several weeks. But then also to now finally get to enjoy today and the moments that come and be present in every single moment that comes up that we've worked so hard for. I think that's the thing that I will continue to do and remind myself. I know that we will both have a lot of conversations around this. And yes, this week's going to be a whirlwind week because now that it's all going to be public, I'm sure we're going to receive messages of support from loved ones, friends, family, people from the past in our own lives, whether that's through school or for me, years and years of riding. And it's going to be the opposite emotion to maybe what we're feeling before. So it's just really being grounded every single moment and enjoying every single day from here on out until we get on that plane, get over to Bordeaux, then on to Paris. It's just being present, enjoying everything. We've done all the work. We're going to continue to do the work. And there's this, people always talk about, when I get here, I'll be happy then. When I make the team, I'll be happy. When I get the medal, I will be happy. It's like, well, why can't we just be happy now? Which that's how I feel, is that we're here now. We get to celebrate. As you said, yesterday was business. Today is celebration. We enjoy every moment, and that's what we carry forward. And I think it'll just make it an amazing trip, regardless of whatever happens. Because right now, we don't know what's to unfold. The future is unwritten, but we can be present in the moment, and enjoy the gift that is, which is right now. And I think that's the most special thing about today, and what I will carry over the next several weeks, regardless of what happens. Because there's going to be a lot, but yeah. We've earned the right to do that. So
100%. Enjoy every moment and carry it forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How are you feeling with everything?
Yeah, good, really good. I mean, we've been grinding out the training pretty hard over the last couple of weeks. The load in the training has been high. We've been doing a lot of length. So some of these training sessions have been resilience inducing, that is for sure. But I think one thing that has been evident to me is that it has drawn us closer through some of these really challenging moments. Some of these really challenging training sessions that we had. I think that last Monday we were going up for our last effort on the track, and I got pretty fired up, and I was at the back of the bike shouting at you going, we have two options here. We either play the victim or we show up. I've skipped a word in the middle there. Or we show up. And we've been showing up. And I think that every session, it has been getting better and better, and we're going to keep on building on that momentum. I know we've spoken about that so much over the last couple of months in these videos, but momentum and
it's all evidence-based.
And self-belief is all evidence-based. So all we can do is show up every session and continue to provide ourselves with evidence that's going to carry us that belief forward. Because if we can go out and do something like what we did yesterday, we come out in the next session and have that evidence from the last one, we're going to do it again and better, and just keep building on that positivity from there.
Definitely. I think perfectly summed up. I think it's an exciting time right now. Back into the swing of regular videos now for the next couple of weeks until we can't film anymore, and then it's business time. But as always, we'll be taking you along for the journey. We're got some things to do now. Just want to say massive thank you to everybody that supported us on our journey, both family, friends, loved ones. It's incredible. We both wouldn't be here without our village of support, which is all of you guys watching. And we can't be thankful enough. And as we said, we be present every single day. And I'm incredibly proud of you and what you've overcome and how you got here and who you are as a person. And you are a fantastic advocate for not only yourself, people with disability, the para space in general, and I can't wait to see you prosper over the next few weeks. So
thanks, mate. Same as yourself. And I think that one thing to note to the viewer is that we've been on this long journey for the last 4 years, but we have been documenting this journey for the whole of this year. So there is, if this is the first episode that you've watched, there is a whole back catalogue through to January where we had our lead into Worlds, and then we've had 8 episodes through this first phase. So feel free to go back, have a bit of a look at what we've been up to, see the journey that we've been on in speaking in front of a microphone and in front of a camera as well.
Getting more confident.
Getting a lot more confident, getting a lot more concise, and I think that's going to help us forward with all of the opportunities over the next couple of weeks as well. But yeah, looking forward to getting over there and building more of these experiences.
Very exciting times. All right, thank you. We'll see you. Oh, we're going to film tomorrow, but yeah. Back to regular scheduling soon.
Yeah, all right. Chat to you soon.
Thanks.
Chat to you soon?
Oh, I don't know.
It was like a phone call.
All right.